everyone. Welcome back to the woodpecker tree. I thought I'd read you a story from my collection of little tales from the woodpecker tree tonight, and the one I'm going to read you is about my friend here. It's about Chester the tiger. Now you might be wondering, why is Chester wearing a pair of sunglasses? Well, the answer is quite simple. He thinks he's a rock star. Are you? He thinks he is. And I'm going to tell you the story of how he came to think he was a rock star tiger. Okay? It's a hard life being a famous rock star, especially if you're a toy tiger. But Chester, the favourite cuddly toy in Alice's toy box, was determined to be the coolest cat in town. Today, Chester was particularly cross. Alice and Mum had taken him to the shops, and that meant a buggy ride. He had been sucked, chewed and licked. He'd been bounced, waved about and dropped. And now he was face down in the remains of Alice's sticky bun. So, with coloured sugary sprinkles stuck to his face, he made his big decision. "I'm going to run away," he growled. "I wasn't meant to be a sticky bun-faced tiger. I'm a tiger with attitude." The buggy bounced up a step into a shop where music boomed and thumped. With a wiggle and a twitch, Chester slipped and slid off Alice's knee and was soon lost among feet and shopping bags. Sitting in a corner, he listened and watched. He decided he liked the music. It made his paws tap, and he began to hum. Oops. "I'm a cool cat," thought Chester. "I'm the coolest of all the cats. I'm going to be a rock star." So Chester the rock star danced. He rocked and rolled. He jiggled and jived. He twirled and twizzled. Can you do that? Can you do all that? Rocking and rolling, and jiggling and jiving, and twirling and twizzling. If you twirl and twizzle, your glasses will fall off. Sit still. Right. Oh, sit still. Right. He boogied and bounced down the stairs and out of the shop. "Oh, look! Someone's lost their teddy," growled a voice. "Excuse me, I'm not a teddy," exclaimed Chester. "I'm a... Oh, get off!" "Well, what are you then?" demanded the large shaggy dog that was poking a very wet nose into his ear. "And why have you got sparkly bits on your face?" "I'm a rock star," announced Chester. "Stop licking my face." "You're a funny-looking rock star. More like a chewed slipper," said the dog rudely. "Oops! Watch out for that seagull." "What seagull?" "Ha, ha, ha!" Before Chester could say any more, he was whisked and whirled high up into the air. "Pull me down," he howled. "I'm a rock star." "A rock star?" squawked the greedy gull. "I thought you were a large fish and chip sandwich." And there he is. Oh, it wasn't fun, was it? No, oh dear. Chester's eyes were tight shut, and his tummy wobbled and wibbled. He groaned. "Oh well," sighed the gull. "I don't fancy a furry fish and chip sandwich anyway." especially one with sparkly sprinkles on. Bye! The next minute, Chester was falling. Down, 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 splash into the river. Help! Roared Chester. I can't swim. Really? Hissed a voice. Well, there's no need to make such a racket. A graceful swan glided over and daintily pushed a very soggy Chester with her beak. Climb on my back, she offered, but kindly try not to make a mess. Gratefully, Chester hauled himself up into the soft, warm feathers. Shivering and shaking, snuffling and sniffling, he sat there in a miserable heap. What are you? Asked the Swan curiously. You look like a furry clownfish. What are those coloured spots on your nose? I'm not any kind of fish, muttered Chester, or a sandwich, or a chewed slipper, I'm not even a rock star. I'm a tiger. Funny sort of tiger, murmured the Swan. Now, snuggle down in my feathers. I don't want the neighbours to see me in such disreputable company. Chester was too tired to argue. He crawled into the warmth of the Swan's feathers and fell fast asleep. He didn't feel the gentle rocking as she paddled down the river. He didn't feel the rush of the wind as she flew over the rooftops and out of the city. He didn't feel the dip and dive as she landed. Then she gave herself an enormous shake. What, gabbled Chester. What was that? Get down, ordered the Swan. Where am I? Came the dizzy reply from amongst her feathers. At the zoo. The zoo? Chester emerged, blinking. You don't want to think about this bit, do you? Lost his balance and fell to the ground in a tangle of fur and feathers. Safely home, smiled the Swan, straightening her ruffled feathers. But, began Chester. Goodbye, she called as she flew away. Looks like your dad's pleased to see you. Dad? Chester turned. Chester gulped. Chester's legs began to wobble. A magnificent tiger began to pad slowly towards him. He could see its sharp, pointy teeth and hear its deep, rumbling growl. Chester had a nasty feeling that this was a tiger with attitude. A very cool cat indeed. Oh. He ran as fast as his furry legs could carry him. Puffing and panting, watch out, he's coming. Gasping and grunting, oh, almost there. Oh, coughing and choking. Oh, 2 more steps. He fell through the railings and landed at someone's feet. Chester! Squealed Alice's voice. Where have you been? We've looked everywhere. Chester, said Mum, picking him up. Later that night, bathed and brushed, Chester snuggled up to Alice. He didn't want to be a rock star. He didn't want to be a cool cat. He was happy to be Alice's cuddly tiger, with just a few coloured sprinkles on his nose. hope you enjoyed that. You enjoy telling your story, don't you, Chester? There's another story about Chester in another book I've written, but we'll perhaps save that for another day. I might read to you some more tales from the woodpecker tree for another bedtime story. See the little girl sitting in her tree, reading her book and looking around and seeing what she can see. But you can curl up in your bed with your favourite book, and you can listen or you can read, and you can find out about all sorts of wonderful things. Perhaps another day, Ozzy the cat might join us. And certainly, Jojo. I hope you enjoyed Chester's story. He's ready for bed now, aren't you, Chester? So we'll say night-night. Night-night.